Hello programmers, in this video we're going to discuss about the types of joins in Spark with Scala. Fine, there are 7 types of joins available in Apache Spark, and the types are inner join, left join, right join, full join, semi-join, anti-join and cross join. Fine, let's get into the program. And let's start with the dependent libraries. Here to perform the join operation in Spark, we need only the Spark SQL and the Spark core libraries more enough. Here you can see I'm using only these two libraries with the latest version 3.2.1. And so these are the simple JSON data which I'm going to use to demonstrate the different types of join in Spark with the Scala, and it's having the fields like ID, sales and a discount. And in another JSON data, the fields are ID, name, country and gender. Fine. Here you can see this is a simple Scala object and it's a simple main function. And here I'm just restricting the logs. I mean only the Spark error log will get print and doesn't print the any other Spark logs. And here I'm just creating the Spark session object with the app name as a joins and the master as a local. And here I'm just loading the file into the Spark dataset with the option as a multi-line true. Fine. And here I just displaying the source data. And fine, let's start with a semi-join. Fine, let's get into the program. And let's start with the dependent libraries. To perform the join operation in Spark, we need only the Spark core and Spark SQL library is more enough. And here you can see I'm using only these two libraries with the latest version 3.2.1. And so these are the simple JSON data which I'm going to use to demonstrate the different types of join in Spark, and it's having the fields like ID, sales and a discount. And in another JSON, the fields are ID, name, country and gender. Here you can see ID is the field which gives the relation between these two data. Fine. So here you can see this is a simple Scala object, and here I just use creating the simple main function. Here I just restricting the log, I mean only the Spark error log will get print. And here I just creating the Spark session object with the app name as a joins and master as a local. And here I just creating the data set with the help of these two JSON data. And here I just giving the path of the file and with the option as a multi-line true. And here I just displaying the same record. Fine, let's start with the semi-join. When you go with the semi-join in Apache Spark, it works similar to the inner join, but it will return only the record from the left-hand side dataset of relation that match with the right-hand side dataset. Fine. To demonstrate the semi-join, I have created a simple function called semi-join, and which will accept the two different input parameters as a dataset. Here you can see which is ds1 and ds2. And here I just create here the ds1 which will act as a left hand side data, here the ds2 which will act as a right hand side data. Here I just performing the join condition with the help of the id field, and here I have used defined the join type. To perform the semi-join in Spark, we have to use any one of this keyword. Either we have to go with a semi or left underscore semi or left semi. Here all the characters are lower in case, and left semi here L and S are the uppercase. And here I just displaying the result data. Fine. So just to demonstrate the difference between semi-join and inner join, here I using the inner join for the same record, and here I just displaying the record. Fine. I'm just going to run the program. Let's compare the result. Great, it's completed. And here you can see is a input data set 1, it's a input data set 2, And so here is the result of the SemiJoin. Let's compare with the input data. So here in a SemiJoin, we don't see the right hand side data, ID, sales and discount. We don't see here in the result, and but we can able to see the fields like ID, name, country and gender. And also in the database, we don't see the result of 4 and 5 which is available in the right hand side data. We don't see here, and also we don't see the 6 and 7 due to the SemiJoin which will return the data which is common to both the data set. Fine, let's compare the result. 1 2 3, here also 1 2 3, and here also you can see the 1 2 3, and here also 1 2 3. Fine, let's compare the SemiJoin and InnerJoin. So in the InnerJoin to see both the left hand side data as well as the right hand side data, I mean the fields. You can see the right hand side fields ID, sales and the discount, but in the here in the ID, name, country and gender, ID, name, country and gender. And the database we can able to see the right hand side data as well, but in the SemiJoin we don't see the right hand side fields and as well as the right hand side data. Fine, that's all about the SemiJoin and the difference between the SemiJoin and the InnerJoin. And next we will discuss about AntiJoin. When we go with AntiJoin in Apache Spark, it will works opposite to the SemiJoin and it will return only the not matching rows from the left hand side dataset. Fine. To demonstrate the AntiJoin, similarly I have created a simple function name called AntiJoin, and which will accept the two input parameters as a dataset, ds1 and ds2. Here the ds1 which will act as a left hand side data, here the ds2 which will act as a right hand side data. Here you can see I just performing the join condition with the help of that id field, and here you can see to perform the AntiJoin in Spark we have to go with any one of this join type, I mean anti or left underscore anti or left anti. Here all the characters are lower in case, here left anti, here L and A are uppercase, and here just displaying the record. Fine, I'm just going to run the program. Let's see the result. Fine, it's got completed, and these are the source input data set and 1 and 2, and is a result of AntiJoin. And similarly here we don't see the right hand side data fields, I mean the sales and discount ID, and we can able to see the left hand side fields like ID, name, country and gender. And in the data we can see only 6 and 7 due to the data which are the 6 and 7 ID value which is not available in the right hand side data. Fine, let's compare the result with the join types. Here also 6 7, here also 6 7, here also 6 7 6 7. Fine, that's all about the AntiJoin, and let's see the CrossJoin. When we go with the CrossJoin in Apache Spark, it will act like a Cartesian product of two different data set. Here you can see that values 1 2 2 3 4 6, in another data set 1 1 2 8 7 5, and then Cartesian product of the values is 1 1 2 2. Fine, to demonstrate the CrossJoin I have created a function name called CrossJoin, and here you can see, and which will accept the two input parameters as a dataset ds1 and ds2, and here the ds1 which will act as a left hand side data and ds2 which will act as a right hand side data. Here I just perform the join condition, and to perform the cross join we have to use the cross as a join type. Fine, I'm just going to run the program. Let's see the result. Great, it's completed. It's a source input dataset 1, it's a source input dataset 2, and here is a result of cross join. And here you can see both the left hand side data fields, I mean the sales discount, and both left hand side and the right hand side data fields, name, country and gender. And so the Cartesian in the cross join will return the Cartesian product of the result. So here you can see the field 1, here it's one entry in the left hand side, in the right hand side there is one entry, and here in the right hand side there is a 2 entry for the ID 2. Here you can see one is 9600 and 98500. Here you can see, but in the left hand side there is no change in the data, and in the left hand side there is 2 entry for the ID 3. Here you can see, and one is the country France and India, and in the right hand side there is only one entry for the ID 3, so there is no change in the left hand side data. Here you can see. Fine, that's all about the cross join. Fine, that's all about the SemiJoin, AntiJoin and cross join in Apache Spark with Scala. If you have doubt or clarification or any recommendation, please share in the comment section. Thanks for watching.